Yo, hey, what's up guys? In today's video I'm gonna show you a Wixwell Yannica team that can do all rotation, all difficulties, so that you never have to do another team again. We are on the test server right now, you can see it literally on the screen, and there are a couple of problems on rotations on the Hydra. And yeah, we're gonna fix all that, don't you worry. I'm gonna show you the team, and it's given to us by Shayek, the new tool of the Wixwell team that is basically really nice in here. And also Emic, they create the Taunt loop, and also we have Wixwell in the leader spot, so he will do the provoking. That is super important. Like sometimes the rotation starts without a Mischief head. That will be happening next week. Next rotation, I think. Next week now. And so we have to provoke him all the time, and also we got a kind of a problem that we have the poison cloud head, and we will counter him out with our Shayek because he brings block buffs, so we can provoke and block buff all the time, so literally we can kill bosses when there is no Mischief head out there, but also there's the healing one, and that is super dumb. That will happen next week, but on the test server right now I got a rotation that is super nasty too, because it has the blue head, it has the red head, and also the other like poison cloud. Okay, that is not so important when you have the Shayek. I'm gonna show you the presets. The presets are not so super important on the beginning because we will just use a setup. We have to do it for ourselves, and it's basically, you will see that the team is really nice. Just give me a second. I gotta go over those presets because it is super important. You kind of want to know, and that's why I am here. I'm gonna show you. But also, if you enjoy what I do on the channel, it would be super appreciated if you hit that like button, because that is literally my bread and butter, and I want to buy some more food and a little bit more water, you know how it is, and yeah, it would be super appreciated, and I really enjoy what I do, even when it takes like super long time sometimes, and this team was really long. I had to come back days and days over and over and get my head mashed about it, and I'm gonna show you the beginning. It is made up for the red head when the red head is out there. He's the most problem at all, like your damage, he's doing a ton of damage, but we will totally counter that on the beginning. So what we're gonna do is on Emic, we do A1. No special purpose, he will increase the shield of Wixwell, but Wixwell is okay. It's not like he needs it, but Wixwell needs to be in the leader spot, so if a decay head is out there, the healing one that gives the shield, he can just endlessly provoke him because he's in the leader spot, and that dude will always attack the leader spot if everybody has full HP. So you can provoke and re-provoke every time with your counter attack, and that will make it work when the cleansing head is out there. And also on the beginning we use Shayek, our intercept. In this team right here, Wixwell and Shayek are our Mischief tanks. You could technically do Shayek only, but then you have to watch his intercept buff all the time, and when it falls off, then immediately Wixwell gonna be also a Mischief target, and if he doesn't have resistance and stuff, your run is over. And I thought it's a little bit too much to just watch the intercept buff going on 1 and then cast it again on him. That is too much of an effort. And then we're gonna immediately increase the buffs. They take a turn, that is all good, and we're gonna go attack them with our AoE. And also now we will use the block buffs. That is super important right now. The red head, he does not gain increase attack. That is huge. He will not do as much damage as he was before. That is really huge, but that is not all how we counter him. We're gonna use another A1 on our Emic. With our Emic we are focusing on Wixwell. Did he use his incretion buff, his shield incretion skill already? Then we can reset. Before we just don't reset. And also we are not attacking the red head. And then we're gonna use our buff increase the first time. Really nice. And also we wanna use her block damage right now. We're gonna block some damage right now. Unfortunately Yannica comes in between. Yannica, and yeah, it's not the best in the world, but she is not so in a danger to lose her shield in that moment, but we are blocking a little bit of damage. That is all every time appreciated, of course. And we're gonna use our reset, because we used the Wixwell skill already, so we wanna kind of get his skill reset. and also we're gonna use to start the taunt. And the team order is on the end really important. It is hard to explain right now. I have tested many things, and sometimes it's just a tiny buff when you use which buffs and stuff. For example, right now, I think Wixwell does not technically have his reflect damage right now. So it is a little bit hard to explain, but team order is super important in this one. Just keep the team order in your perception and everything should be okay. If you go like 2-3 speed more on a champion or something, that should be okay. Just not Emic and Shayek. Now we're gonna use the intercept on Shayek again, because we didn't get our reset on Wixwell. That is okay, but it is better when you just use the reset skill on Emic than reflex or merciless procced on Wixwell and he does his skill just one more time again. But it is okay, it is how it is. And we're gonna use our buff increase again, and also, yes, the good trick about it is we're gonna kind of, the number on there, on the counter of the boss, we will just kind of track it, and we will act in a way that we just basically counter all his damage. So we just have to wait a little bit, then we're gonna do one more attack. And it's a 14 right now. So what we're gonna do is just basically get the block damage up. Then Shayek is unfortunately coming in between, but he is the slowest, so he can stack up his stats way higher and way more easier than the others. So that's why I choose him to go right now in here. Placing the block buffs again. And also my Wixwell does not have accuracy. At this moment, it is totally possible that you put the decrease attack on the red head, and he would even do less damage. So my Wixwell does not have enough accuracy. That's why technically the decay head wouldn't work on me, just re-provoking him all the time. Because yeah, I don't have the accuracy, but I'm trying to make a point, you see what I mean. And if you have the stats on the end, I kind of regret to not go for Wixwell, the 5-star in the hero's path, but it is how it is. And from this point now on, basically we can press the auto button and not focus up the red head. And also what you have to do right now, because the blue head is out there, we have to track the intercept buff on Wixwell. It is currently on A2, so we can do it until he's about to lose it, or when he lost it already, then you wanna just put it back on him immediately. Kind of, you have to track all the way the skill, the intercept right there. You can also go in here, just watch it over there, intercept, it's on a 2, and if it goes on a 1, you just think, I need to do it, not 100% now. For example, I press the T button on my keyboard right now, he lost 1 stack of it, and I could be like, I can replace it right now or go 1 turn afterwards. It's kind of depending what kind of skills your champions have ready. For example, let's go on Wixwell. That was me, not you, sorry. Let's go on Wixwell. He has his A2 ready right now, and that's still when you want to use his A2 is super important. So we're gonna press it again. Can you please stop, like, yeah, dude. What was I gonna say? Yeah, when Wixwell, his A2 is ready, you kind of want to use it, but sometimes it kind of depends. When you want to use the intercept on your Shayek again, you kind of have to see your buffs. If you have buff durations about 10, 7, 6, then you still can freely use the A3 to put that intercept early on, but at this moment right now I'm trying to get the A2 more often, more consistent, so we raise up those durations on those buffs. Then we go for T right now, and most of the time you use it on an off turn on Wixwell. That's what I'm kind of trying to say. So everybody does what he does. I'm pressing T button, it does actually like auto, turn it on and off. And right now it's now Wixwell his off turn. So we can just put that intercept back on him, put back on auto, and then target another head. And that's basically it. You keep track when the blue head is out there on the intercept. If the blue head is not out there, you don't have to bother at all. You just do the setup, then press auto. It will never get interrupted, besides of the 3% of your buffs getting stolen. And that will happen quite often. Like the average time I do it, it's like I have to do one team 5 or 6 times. Sometimes I will go in first try. Sometimes I'll go in it has to be 10 times because the buffs get stolen all the time, because the 3%, I hate it in the game, I cannot do anything about it. And even if you think like maybe you should just put a protection set on your Shayek, it should be okay. Then, wait, I have to put that intercept thingy again. Then it's not okay for you. Even then, like just, yeah, you could, to be honest, like you could try it, but it's not gonna save you all day. That's kind of what I'm... When he gets his buff stolen, then Wixwell will be your target. That's kind of what I see, but my Wixwell does not have too much resistance on the end, and he probably will get the 3% too. But yeah, a protection set on your Shayek would be okay. Then it's still RNG and stuff, but you can actually do it. And we're not gonna do the block damage again, or else we will have a couple of thingies. So let's go ahead and replace that intercept. How many buffs do I have? It's too low buff duration right now, so I cannot use the A3. I need to do it. And maybe the blue head is gonna go now, and he's gonna... Okay, he's using his A2. I got lucky, but he would maybe put a fear on my Shayek right now, and that would be like game over. But also, that's a good thing. This skill right here. When you really know you got your fear on your Shayek, you messed up, you can use the taunt right here. It's just a fear. So if you know, I'm probably not gonna get the next skill ready on my Shayek, you can place the taunt on your Emic and yeah, just basically counter it. And if he loses his taunt by himself, you can do it next turn and it's okay. So you got kind of an emergency call in here. It's what I like when you see the fear on him, then just go back on your Emic and do the taunt over there. Because we are not using it at all. And I need to put it back. Come on, dudes. Where's my Wixwell? It's not here. Why are they all attacking the red head? Stupid! So, and put it back. And that's basically how you do the whole thing. You press auto again, and you watch the intercept. When it's about to fall off, you cast it back. But now we will jump into the end, and I'm gonna show you how to do the big bang and stuff. So we did the team for a couple turns more, but before I'm gonna press the play button, I'm gonna just tell you the block buffs on Shayek on the end, you cannot use it anymore, or you will cry on the end because of all the setup and stuff, and then you messed up. So don't use the block buffs when you're about to do the buff stealing again and stuff. So we're not gonna use it right now. The Mischief head still has the block buffs on it, so I'm not gonna do anything right now to prepare and stuff. So he's about to steal it right now and cannot receive it. So that would be super. I did it once, so don't do it, guys. Like, for real, you will hate yourself. So we're waiting about the block buffs to go off, and then we are about to do the setup. And the setup is pretty easy. You just use your unkillable skill on your Emic. Then basically here is one of the potential Mischief target, and also you put the intercept on Demytha or Yannica, and then they have 10 buffs with the unkillable too, but you have to recast that unkillable all over again on Emic. You know how it is. Then it's still when everybody has 10 buffs, for example. Okay, Wixwell does not have 10 on the end. Okay, he will. So there is Wixwell and also Shayek being the Mischief tanks like always. Then Yannica and the rest is also about it, and it's a kind of a 20% chance who gets attacked. And if your Mischief tanks get attacked again, then it's just pure luck and there's nothing we can do about it. But the only thing we gotta do is put our... Oh, we got... Wait, I think I did it right before. Let me check. Yeah, we did it. We have the unkillable right now. So I used my Emic, my unkillable on him to wanted him to be the Mischief target. But unfortunately, then my Shayek got his buff stolen. But it is totally okay. At some point, like on the end, when you reach the turn you want it to be at, then it's totally okay if your Mischief target gets just his buff stolen. That doesn't hurt you at all. Basically, it is kind of a good thing for you. Then later on, it's more easy to get those other champions in there to get the Mischief target too. And yeah, Yannica is my turn, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna wait until he spreads the buffs and stuff. I'm just gonna do like I'm gonna do it all the time. But I think I put intercept back on my Shayek, that he gets the shield and stuff, and I hope that his shield will grow back to the other when they come back and stuff, so he got like a decent amount on shield and stuff. And also, yes, Yes, I did it right there. We're gonna do like we did it before, just waiting for the Mischief to do his thing. Yes, he did his thing, and Yannica's next. That's really cool. I'm on turn 157. That's not... I didn't do the 1 billion. I had to go for like turn 200 or something. That's just basically it. It wasn't the most damage in the world, but you know how that ends. Like I have shown that many times. People are doing it right now, so you know how that ends. I just didn't get my full damage, but it's still literally, yeah, you know what I mean. And we're gonna jump a little bit forward where the heads come back, and you see the Mischief didn't come back. But technically, at this moment, if I had enough accuracy on my Wixwell, we would do an endless provoke on the healing one, the middle right one, and also we would put out the block buffs, not right now, but we would do it a little bit later, put out the block buffs consistently, and then we just can provoke the head over and over and kill over time a champion with our Yannica in just a War Master. Or maybe you other got a couple of Brimstones, they can actually be beneficial, so you probably should do it. But at this moment, like, wait, I'm gonna show you. The head is gonna attack my Wixwell, then you attack back, provoke him, and then he's provoked, and it's an endless provoke loop. But sadly, I don't have the accuracy right now, so it's doable in theory, but not for me, because yeah, I for example, I skipped the 5-star Wixwell thing. I don't have enough Merciless set that actually fits the conditions I need and stuff, so couldn't do it. But I got my resistance on him, so he can actually be a second Mischief tank. That's actually what you need, and the requirements are a little bit harder. So he's gonna attack him, he would provoke him back, like you see, resisted, then he would attack him, and back and forth and back and forth. But we're gonna jump into the stats and stuff. Alright, let's jump into the sets and stuff. So Wixwell, Merciless, Reflex is kind of really necessary. Like, maybe you could use... You need a couple of champions that have Merciless and Reflex. Maybe if you didn't do it on your Wixwell, then maybe... Yeah, definitely you should do it on your Emic and your Demytha. But I get it when you can't, but Wixwell is the most important of it. We go Reflex and Merciless. We're gonna jump into Hydra stats. Those are the stats and stuff. I kind of wanted to have him a ton of defense more, but I couldn't, like, because of the gear sets I have for Merciless. Also, the resistance is not, to be honest, on point 500. You want to kind of go for 550. 450 gives you a 5% resistance chance, and 550 should give you closely to 97% resistance chance. So yeah, it's way better if you go 550. And the accuracy, of course, I couldn't get it to work. Like, I need 120, 30, 50 more to go on Nightmare, so I couldn't do it. But if I had the 5-star Blessing, it would be way easier, and I would be so happy, to be honest. But I didn't do it because I didn't see the benefit out of it. But yeah, I'm an idiot sometimes too. Also, we're gonna go on to the masteries right here. He's soaking up a little bit damage on the beginning. My Duchess is kind of in an awkward position that she could lose her shield, so that's why I gave it to him. Also resistance right there, and defense kind of, and everything that is just good for you. I need to go the resistance. I would go that one, but I just couldn't because I took that one for more heal, for more shield. Also, yeah, the rest is kind of, yeah, that is for decreased attack if I land it, but it's not super important, and those are the masteries. Let's go on the next champion, and it's gonna be Emic, our good boy. So the speeds are kind of tight on him, like really tight. If you go a little bit faster or a little bit slower on your Wixwell, it shouldn't hurt yourself, but just keep an eye that the turn order is important. Just don't be slower than the other champion that was slower before, and just, yeah, keep that in mind. Those are the stats. I tried to make him work on 271. It didn't work. Like when I put my Hydra sets in here, he's like 280 something, and then he's too fast, and he's about to lose his own skills, his own buff durations, because he's just overlapping those other champions. It's really hard. But if I had Merciless and Reflex together on him, plus on Demytha, it probably could be even faster. That, no doubt, to be honest. And he got a Reflex set. No, wait. That's not even Emic. What am I talking about? Boo! Wait, no, let's go. Sorry for the mistake, but kind of, yeah. And those are the stats. Like, I wanted to go 271 like I said and stuff. He doesn't need resistance and stuff. He wanna be your buff stealer on the end, who gets his buff stolen. but also try to get defense on him. Defense is more important in teams like that, 100%. So basically your champions that do not have a shield set wants to have a ton of defense. And also, yeah, reflex set. I could not get the reflex merciless combo. Even if you have like the worst merciless accessories, then just use them. It should be okay on him. He needs to reset that thing over and over and over, and you know how it is. Reflex and merciless, yeah. If you have a 3-turn skill and it's actually attacking, it is possible that you just spam that back to back. Sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes. Masteries are like that. He also soaking up a little bit damage because of the Duchess. And yeah, went a little bit HP here. I don't know why exactly, but I think I just left it like that. And yes. Who's next on the list? My masteries. Yeah, of course, take Brimstone if you can. Like, that doesn't hurt you in those teams when, yeah, sometimes yes, sometimes no. You know how it is. Sometimes you don't want to kill heads because, yeah, but sometimes you will. And yeah, it's kind of up to you. And next one on the list is Demytha. Also, merciless and reflex would be sick. Like, that's actually what you want, to never bother about building another team on a Wixwell Yannica team, because that will stay all the time. And she has reflex for me right now. It works, you see it. But if they had like Emic and Demytha, probably my Emic could go way faster or something, and it wouldn't just hurt you at all. But it is how it is for me. I have just those. Let's show you the stats so you're up to date. And yeah, on the end I give you kind of a couple tips what you kind of want to do, how to build those things and stuff. Those are the stats. Let's go into the masteries. Also, no, that's not that one. We have like defense tree and also War Master. I don't know why I took War Master, but she was like she was before, and she was just fitting perfectly. I didn't change her gear and stuff. Well, you know, it worked, whatever. And yes, so next on the list is Duchess. About Duchess, yes, you can replace her with a Tatura. That is a known replacement for her. It's just takes a little bit more time on the beginning to get all those buffs out on Tatura, because he does the skills what Duchess does in 2 skills, and she does give it on 1 skill. So she's in a shield set that is... I put so many shields on my team that I just be safe that I will survive, and that is way more easier. So I put a shield set on it, and on the end, if you use your Duchess in arena, you still can use these days just a preset. Just save it quickly up in here, and then build your arena setup right here, and then you put the shield setup in the next one, and you should be totally fine. If you just want to do it, there is no problem. We do have yeah. We have polymorph on her, doesn't make anything. Wait, I didn't show you the stats. I'm sorry. We're gonna go back into it. Hydra. Those are the stats. She is based on HP, but just wants to have a defense too. It's like it's an awkward situation when somebody uses a shield set in this team right now, because yeah, like you want HP for the shield, but also defense that you don't get too much damage on the shield, so your shield can survive. And yeah, 257 speed, the rest doesn't matter, to be honest. Accuracy, resistance, you don't actually want it on her, but she's the least likely to get her buff stolen, because the perfect veil she doesn't put on herself, so more awkward to get the buffs on her. Yes, let's talk about the masteries. Yep. Just basically HP down here for more shields on the thingy, and then the defense route to get less damage. Who's next? Did we talk about Shayek? I don't think so. If not, I'm sorry. I'm gonna repeat it again, because I don't think we have talked about him. And yeah, he is in a... I tried him Guardian. Guardian wasn't the best idea. He gets too much damage on the end, so... I tried to give him normal stuff. And those are his stats. About how you wanna build him, it is exactly like if you wanna do your comp on the end, you're gonna watch, wait, is Hydra, alright. 171, and how to know how to build the Taunt loop and stuff. With Emic, you just put that number, put it in half, like that would be 85, let's say 85, and then put it back on the value, like 171 plus the half, and that's the minimum for your Emic, your 3-turn cooldown duration, whatever on the end. But that will be kind of the main rule, just be like put 50% of the speed on your Shayek on top of it, and that's the minimum for your Emic in this case. And also, yeah, he has resistance and also accuracy because he needs it. And we have emergency here, but I try to use like a lightning cage cool combo and stuff. There's different setups when you use lightning cage, but I totally do not recommend lightning cage right now for you because it could really hurt you on the end. So like you have the 10 buffs already and cannot put the taunt buff on yourself, and then you're kind of screwed. And who wants that? Nobody. Like we went on accuracy right here because resistance was already there. Then also we put in a little bit of soaking up damage from the other champions because yeah, Duchess just kept losing her shield on my team, but that is how it is. And yes, that's it. And who else was in there? Let me check. Yannica. the most important champion in there. Yannica, but yeah. So alright. Wait, wrong. What am I doing? Wait, what am I doing? So, Yannica. Alright. Yeah, I'm missing one helmet, but the speeds should be exactly the same. Just on the end, put the helmet on her and have the shields. Like, what was I doing? Like, I just didn't realize it. So, the speed's 247. Of course, she wants to have HP and also a little bit defense because she is going in a shield set. Is it still up? Yeah, it is 4 pieces, so nice. The shield set is still complete. And yeah, those are the stats. You can go brimstone and stuff, accuracy. I don't... Like, many people ask me about accuracy on this skill, like, do you need it, don't you need it? I do not need it at all, and I will not put it on there. It says removes the shield, but I kind of don't want it to be removed on the end, because you kind of can do the double smack on the end if you get back on Yannica, use her extra turn skill right there, and then use it again if they still do have the shield, when you also have unkillable while doing it the first time. So these are the masteries. I do not even have War Master, I'm an idiot. But maybe on this team right now I shouldn't, because I would kill the bosses too fast or something, but yeah, you know how it is. And also the defense tree, yeah, to soak up, not soak up, to just get less damaged. And yeah, those have been everybody of them. Tatura can, Duchess can be replaced with Tatura. I tried to make it more free-to-play friendly if you did the fusions from the older ones. Demytha, I on purpose did not try Chris. Chris would do my runs really easy, you know, like that's the first thing I do when I do new testings and trying to figure out something, because it's getting easy. And then on the end I'm lowering the requirements and putting like a Demytha in here, a well thought out strategy and all that. And I think I made a point to show you how to basically deal with all rotations. On the end, for example, when the Mischief target is not out there and you kill a head and then the blue head is coming back, and then you kill a head and another head is coming back for not the Mischief, that is kind of still luck on the end. The 3% is still a big thing, cannot do anything about it, but overall all rotation should be covered. And also the difficulties, there are no problem. If you go lower ones, then it shouldn't be a problem. Then you can go even a little bit less speed, a little bit less accuracy, resistance and stuff. So if you can't do it on Nightmare, you should basically, you could do it on hard mode and whatever. But that will be the end of the video. Don't forget to press the like button, really helps me out. Like I need it for the algorithm and stuff. Subscribe if you haven't done already, and yeah, have a nice day.